Hello, I'm Cameron from Gale Force 9 Games. Today we're going to continue our series of how to play videos for Vault of Dragons. Previously, we showed you how to set up the game, and today we're going to go over the basics of a game round. Vault of Dragons goes through a number of rounds until a player has won the game. Each round has 4 separate phases. The first phase is the longest, and what we'll spend most of our time on. This is when players take their actions. These are the 5 action tiles each player has in front of them. They do this one at a time, in order of initiative. So the player currently with the initiative marker goes first, and the players follow in a clockwise direction. The initiative marker is determined at the start of the game by a dice roll, as we discussed in the previous video. However, for every subsequent phase, it is claimed by the player who controls the most territories, not including the Yawning Portal. Controlled territories mean that you, and you alone, have your followers on a territory. No other players or an active city watch can be present. On your turn, you can spend an action to do one of several things. You can take 1 gold, pretty straightforward. Flip your action token to used, take 1 gold. You can use your faction's special ability, which can only be used once per game round. Place the used action marker on your faction card to show that it has been used. You can also spend an action to hire followers. You'll notice there are 3 different types of followers: fighters, rogues, and wizards. It's 1 gold to hire a fighter, 2 gold to hire rogues, and 3 for a wizard. Each of these different types have different abilities that we'll go over later. You can hire as many as you can afford in 1 turn, limited only by the number of unhired followers you have left. Once you have hired them, you have to place them on any Waterdeep or Yawning Portal location. You can't spread them out either. They all have to go in the same spot. After that, flip an action tile to show that it has been used. You can spend an action to move followers as well. As usual, flip the action tile to show that it has been used, and you can move any number of followers from one location to another. You can't move directly to dungeons, however. To do that, you will first need to gather your followers at the Yawning Portal Tavern. Actions can also be spent to fight at a location that is contested. This only applies to the Waterdeep locations themselves. You can't fight in the Yawning Portal. A location is contested when 2 or more players have their followers on the same location, or an active city watch is on the location. If you do start a fight on a contested location, then all players involved must participate. The full rules for resolving fights will be covered in a later video. If you start the fight and win, you can use the location's action immediately, and just move the same action tile you used to start the fight to the location to show that the location's action has been used. However, the usual process to use a location's action is by spending an action token for it. You can only use a location's action if you control the territory. When you use the location's action, then place the action tile in the used position on the location tile. This location's action cannot be used for the rest of the current round. Locations are a big part of the game, and we'll cover exactly how to use them in a later video. Players go around taking a turn each until all 5 action tokens for each player have been flipped to the used position. The second part of the round is collecting income from locations. If you control a location with no other players or the City Watch contesting it, then you collect the reward for it. For example, if you controlled Quill Alley, then you would receive 1 rumour. Go around until all players have collected their rewards. Now it's time to pursue the rumours. If you are playing a 3 or 4 person game, then deal out 2 face-up magic cards and 2 face-up treasure cards. In a 2-player game, you'll just deal out 1 magic card and 2 treasures. Players take turns choosing between the cards, going in order of how many rumours they have, from most to least. In the case of ties, then the player with the most new rumours wins, and if that is also a tie, then go in order of initiative. Players who do not have any rumours don't get to take any card, and instead they will receive 1 new rumour instead. After all the cards are gone, then it's time to age rumours. New rumours flip to old rumours, and old rumours are removed from play. The only exception is the rumours that players who didn't get to choose a card just received. Those stay new. Finally, it's time to reset the board for the next round. Take any played magic items back into your hand. Most magic items can only be played once per round. Take back all your used action tokens and flip them back to the action side in front of you. And reset any regrouping City Watch tokens, so they're active once again. And that's it for the basics of a game round. Stay tuned for another How to Play video soon as we continue the rules for the game. Vault of Dragons is available to order now from our store with the link in the description below. You can follow GF9 on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook to keep up with all the latest news and updates.